cheers. We made it to another little rambling video. So following on from the last one I did, which was the 90s toy line of blurballs, I also discovered another 90s line, Snailiens, which are these guys. Check out this little commercial for it.
Let's kick some tick.
Supersonic shell fighters. Hit 'em with a shell shot, blast 'em into space. They're supersonic shell fighters. Turbo flex bound all over the place. Supersonic shell fighters.
Each Snailien comes with 2 awesome action figures, Turboflex shells, supersonic armor, 2 shell shots, 2 official trading cards, and action-packed mini-comic. New from JPI.
Okay, so on the magic of YouTube, there are a couple of commercials. I think that one is an original one. I've got to be honest, I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, that's the one I've gone with because it was pretty cool. It made me kind of pumped for the Snailiens, I've got to be honest. And since getting them and realising there's so much more to them, I'm like, damn, these are a really cool toy line. And yeah, let's get into them. So in the collection I bought, I managed to get this comic that was part of the pack as well. And as it said in the commercial there, you get your Snailien or Lunatic, which we'll come to because there's goodies and baddies. You get their little companion, you get their shell, and then you also get this, like, I can't remember what they were called, but we talked about them on Toy Division before, like the 80s sort of style thing. You turn it inside out, pop it on the table, and okay, it usually pops up. This doesn't pop up. The idea for this is to actually fire the projectiles. So each Snailien or Lunatic comes with 2, and oh, hang on, loaded that the wrong way around. Yeah, but things don't always work out. Oh shit. I'll just give up with that. I will make it work. Yeah, so much like the blurballs, these things fire off pretty quickly. I don't know if it's because their age and they're quite stiff. Maybe they would have been a lot more rubbery back in the day. But yeah, I'm not going to do it at the camera, but when they fire, they go with quite a bang. And I'm very glad I didn't actually hit the cabinet behind me, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, I'll grab that in a minute. But yeah, so as I say, you get the Snailien or Lunatic, you get the shell, you get some projectiles, and you get this like supersonic blaster shell, I think this was called, and also a comic. But lucky for me, I managed to get comic number 1. Whether each one came with a different comic, that I don't know. Trying to find information on these has been a little bit, not tough. I mean, come on, all I did was sit on Google and type in Snailiens a few times, and pretty much came back to the same conclusion. There doesn't seem to be very much written about them. Now, the company that made them is PGI, which I've been trying to find out. For some reason I kept getting brought back to Jakks Pacific Industries. I'm not sure if it is the same as Jakks Pacific that did like the wrestlers and stuff like that. Yeah, if anyone can clarify that for me, that'd be great. Well, I should put it in the beginning of this. I should put it in the beginning of all my videos. I just like this stuff. I'm not an expert. I'm not trying to teach people anything. I'm just giving my what I found and information that I believe is true. As I say, I'm more than happy to discuss with people if I'm not accurate and get back to me. And yeah, it's all a learning curve. But as I say, luckily for me, in issue number 1, it really goes in. It explains obviously the backstory of Snailiens and the Lunatics. So I'm not going to read the whole comic to everyone because I'm not going to bore you all. But I'll pop up pictures of it here, and if you want the need, you can pause it and read the story. But the main aspect of it, the Lunatics originally go to attack a place called Snail Francisco, which is the heart of the snail community on Earth. Now the Lunatics are these fierce looking things. There you go, these 4. So their leader, I believe, is Zug Itchy, which I believe is this guy. And he's followed by, you've got Drool Drippy. I have written these down, by the way, that's why I keep looking off, because as I say, these aren't instant familiar ones. I could do like Matt Tracker, Lionel, Mumra, like I need to, I'm still remembering all their names. Guy with the green dude, we've got Blaster Blister, I believe his name is. And the last one is this chap, who is called Armo Kilo Wart. So Zug is the leader, Drool is just an accomplice, Blast Blister, sorry, that's Blast Blister, that's Droopy Drool, and that one's Armo Kilo. So pretty funky names, to be fair. And I think the Lunatics are better than the Snailiens visually. So just going to take them out of their shells so you can have a look what they look like. I'm not going to bore you while I dismantle them. Okay, so now we've got the 4 Lunatics out of their Sonic Shell suits, or yeah, exo skin suits, which just clip together. Yeah, with the above. But each one has this little like minion companion. I didn't know about the mini dudes until I bought a couple and they came with some, and I was like, are these meant to be here? But yeah, I really like the mini companions. Like a little tick. I don't know if they're meant to be little ticks or just like little insects. So in the comic, it explains that the Lunatics decide they want to attack Earth, and they decide to go to in Snail Francisco. So in San Francisco, sorry, beneath the human world is another world, and that other world is called the crawl space. So the Lunatics are going to go into the crawl space and attack there, and then they're going to mount an attack on the humans by infecting the children first, and then they're going to take over the world, is the basic story of it. One of the Snailiens, one of the snails that lives in the crawl space who are getting attacked by the Lunatics, managed to send out like a distress signal, and the people that answer the distress signal are Snailiens, not just snails, Snailiens. They're not meant to get involved, but they decide to help because of their kind nature and such. And in the comic, they've got some great quotes here, like, "We must heed their need," says the captain. Their only hope is us not saying nope. I mean, pretty rad. And then when they decide to finally go in and attack, their rally cry is, "Let's kick some tick." It's cool. The Lunatics take a licking, but keep on a ticking. I mean, it's great, right? Poetry. The little comic goes on to explain that when the Snailiens come in and they're winning the battle, one of the human child finds their vehicle, or finds their sort of mode of transport hidden in the garden, and he picks it up and puts it on a shelf out of his, it says he puts it out of the way of his little brother, but unfortunately it means the Snailiens can never, for some reason, they can't get to the ship again, and they're stuck on the snail world, or stuck in the crawl space of Snail Francisco. It's pretty cool. It's quite funny. Okay, so that's the baddies, the Lunatics. We'll do the same with the goodies. So we see the goodies with their shells. And now I'll just take them out so you can see them out of their shell. Okay, so then as you can see, the snails outside of their shells look kind of like, I don't know, if they seem to be like a sort of American wrestling get-up. But yeah, I mean, they're cool, but I do think the sculpts on the baddies are better. I think there's more going on. And the same, their little companion dudes. Well, these are what the snails. Well, from what I can understand in the comic, these are what the snails actually look like in Snail Francisco. And they help in the battle against the Lunatics. So it comes to the end as the snails, or yeah, so the Snailiens decide to stay until they rid the world of the lunatics, and in return, if they get rid of the lunatics, the snails of the crawl space, or Snail Francisco, will help the Snailiens retrieve their ship, which has been put up too high somewhere. But they can't pronounce any of their names, so they call them names of famous Americans, or presidents, I should say. So yeah, as you can see, we've got Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, and Lincoln. I mean, if it's cool. I think I don't know. I'm intrigued by the little line. I think it's impressive. I would love to know, and again, I don't know if anyone will see this that could answer this or not, but I've tried to find them and I just can't see anything online. But it does say at the back of the pamphlet, look out for all these Snailian vehicles later in 1993. Coming soon to fine toy stores everywhere. Anyone know if they got made? Anyone know, anyone know if there's comic book number 2, 3, or did they all come with the one comic that just repeated itself to try and explain what the hell Snailiens were? Because although the cartoon is animated, the commercial is animated and it looks like it could be a cartoon. I don't believe it ever was. I don't believe it was ever a full comic. I think they only did the comics with the toys. But yeah, as I say, just trying to like Google and stuff, I found very limited information, as I always seem to do. But as I say, I'm just chatting and hopefully introducing people to different toys, because they're toys that get me. But yeah, anyway, enough ramblings from me. That is Snailiens. Not sure what's going to happen over the next few weeks. I mean, everyone keeps saying the same thing. Hopefully toy fairs come back. Hopefully boot fairs start up in the next few weeks. We just got to wait and see. I'm hoping I've managed to add a couple more laser beasts, so that might be another video that I do, like a laser beast update. Yeah, who knows? Thank you very much for watching. Again, I'm surprised that again the subscriber thing's gone up. And yeah, if you like the video, like it. If you don't like it, dislike it. If you want to subscribe. You know what to do. You're here because you've seen other stuff. Peace. Cheers.